5 more rounds to go and the champions could be crowned today. Frontale are so close they can smell it. Another win in the bag could do the trick if the Marinos falter. It's all coming to a head. Find out how it goes down on the J1 League Goal Zone. So with the champagne on ice, leaders Kawasaki hosted Urawa and the Marinos were up against Gamba. At the other end of the table, Yokohama were at home to Sagan, while Vegalta travelled to Kobe for their matchup. 7 consecutive wins for the champions-elect, and within touching distance of another title, Frontale needed just 1 more point earned over the Marinos to ensure the championship. Hoping to spoil the party for them, Urawa came into this one in good form and were also looking for points of their own to secure a spot in the AFC Champions League for next season. Here's Shazad Hat.
Decent ball in. Oh, he's managed to stab that in, Jasil. He looked across at the assistant. Didn't seem to be any kind of infringement. And Kawasaki finally have their goal. It was a teasing ball in. Not the cleanest of headers or attempts from Damiao, but his countryman Jasil makes no mistake. Stabs in, and he goes for that far corner. Brilliantly placed. He reacted quickest. On the outside of his right foot, he gets the opening goal, and that could be a vital, vital strike. His second of this campaign. Could well be his most important one. Oh, they've got the goal! Out of the blue! Scrambling it in. It didn't look like anything was on. Sakai has bundled that in. He's hurt himself in the process. And right at the end of this game, there is going to be drama. It all looked innocuous. The shot saved by Jung Seung-rong. Could he have done better? He's clashed there with Taniguchi. Now, remind you that a draw might still be enough if Yokohama lose. Just seconds left here. Oshima, will he go for goal? Oh, that's a fantastic shot. And what a save from Nishikawa. Well, that would have been a fantastic way to seal things off. They haven't troubled Nishikawa in quite a while. Well, that is superb from the keeper. They're pouring forward here, Urawa Reds. No sign of the whistle yet. But now, Jung Seung-rong will grab hold of the ball. That surely is it. Full time has been called here at the Todoroki Stadium.
So with Kawasaki dropping points in their contest, that meant a slim window was left open for the Marinos. Nothing less than 3 points were necessary for Yokohama to have any chance of the title. Against an inconsistent Gamba, they would seem likely to fall short here. This could be the miracle that the hosts needed. Here's Rish Roshan Rai.
Teraton decided to play on. Teraton swung that one in. It's come out to Albert. Seara! Wonderful attempt at goal from Leo Seara. That overhead kick is coming back off the crossbar. Well, Marcos Jr. was laid out on the turf there. Yokohama Marinos decided to just keep going. They were in a promising position. It all came about from this cross that was delivered in by Teraton. Neat bit of invention from Leo Seara. It's Marcos Jr. He's looking to just try and curl it in towards that far post. Higashiguchi, I'll say he had that well covered. Good position for the goalkeeper as well. It is goalkeeper's side. Shukurata. Into Kurata! And that's the opener for Gamba against the run of play! Oh, how big will that goal be in terms of the title race? That's a blow to the Marinos. Well, they've done nothing much, Gamba, up until this point. It's just a cross sent in to Shukurata, whose name I think I've only mentioned twice up to this point, and that's how dominant the Marinos have been, but it doesn't matter. He's on hand to put that one away and give Gamba Osaka the lead here at Nissan Stadium. I think we've had full time at Kawasaki Frontale. It's 1-1. So as things stand, Kawasaki Frontale are your J1 winners. But one final opportunity for the Marinos, which they can't take. Kawasaki Frontale fans who will go home celebrating disappointment for the Yokohama F Marinos. Their title challenge ends here at the hands of Gamba Osaka. A huge win for Gamba. Under Masanobu Matsunami, they go 10 points clear of the relegation zone. Disappointing result for them, a disappointing result for the home fans, but it ends here 1-0 to Gamba Osaka. Kawasaki Frontale, your J1 champions.
Tokyo had now suffered 3 straight losses and seemed to be heading towards a disappointing end to their season, unless they could turn things around against Shimizu. The away side hadn't found the net in their last 2 losses, and the odds looked to be stacked against them here. Inside the first 2 minutes here, Shimizu's Yuito Suzuki finds Benjamin Kaloli, but he gets a little bit too excited at the prospect of an early finish. Just 4 minutes later and Tokyo would have a chance of their own. A Dialton playing a 1-2 with Shuto Abe, and when he gets it back, that's a really smart finish to the far post. Plenty of action here in the first 10 minutes. Another chance for Shimizu when the ball's pulled back for Eiichi Katayama, but he can't get his shot on target. Here in the 12th minute, Takumi Nakamura takes a free kick for Tokyo, but it's Shimizu's Ronaldo who pops up, heading the ball into his own net. And midway through the first half, Tokyo would get a third. Diego Oliveira with a giant leap to head home the corner. Into the second half now, and Tokyo looking for a fourth. A Dialton with a really strong run, slams that one with his left foot, but hits the upright. The chances to increase their lead kept coming. This time from the dead ball, it's Leandro, and once again denied by the post. Not much for Shimizu fans to get excited about in this one, but perhaps the effort of the game came from Rion Yamahara. This volley from the edge of the box, and once again the woodwork plays a part. But there would be no denying Tokyo on this day. An 87th minute corner met by Masato Morishige at the far post, and that's 4-0 to the home team. Yokohama were faced with a tough task against Sagan, although the visitors had fallen by the wayside of late. No wins in their last 5 meant the hosts would be looking for cracks in the Tosu defence to get their survival bid back on track. Not much action in this one until the 35th minute. Nanase Iino from the edge of the box, his shot deflected into the side netting. But that obviously gave Sagan confidence to try again 2 minutes later. Noriyoshi Sakai's shot saved by Sven Brodersen. Into the second half now, and Yokohama steal the ball in midfield, play the ball across the edge of the penalty box, and Ryo Herman, his shot straight into the goalkeeper's arms. Will the deadlock finally be broken here in the 92nd minute? Sagan's Yuto Iwasaki with a strike beats the goalkeeper, but comes back off the crossbar. This one finishes 0-0. Another side in the relegation doldrums, Vortis were winless in their last two. More trouble was ahead for them as they were up against an impressive Cerezo, who'd recently dispatched the Marinos in their last league outing. An early chance for Vortis just 5 minutes in. The ball pulled back to Joel Fujita, but his shot blasted over the bar. A well-worked corner would put Cerezo ahead 11 minutes in. Nodded on at the near post, it's Mutsuki Kato who tucks that one home for the opener. Looking for the equaliser, Vortis come forward in the 18th minute. Ken Iwao's cross is looking for Mushaka Bakenga, but I don't think he can decide whether to head this one or tuck it home with his feet. In the end, he did neither, and is left with egg on his face. Early in the second half, and Cerezo looking to extend their lead. Balls played into the box and a nice first-time pass from Kato finds Hiroto Yamada, but the goalkeeper saves that. And that was the start of quite a 60-second period for Kami Fukumoto in goal. He then made a super save, denying Riku Matsuda. The final highlight came in the 68th minute. Yusuke Maruhashi with the free kick. Hiroaki Okuno gets his head to it, but Kami Fukumoto was in no mood to be denied. 1-0 it finishes. So with the Marinos dropping points, that meant Kawasaki were crowned the 2021 J1 champions. More on that when we come back. Still more games to get through. Stay with us. Welcome back to the J1 League Goal Zone. With 4 more rounds left to go, Kawasaki have wrapped up the title. But the chase for third is still very much alive. We head to Nagoya now to check in on that battle. Having recently found success as newly crowned cup winners, Grampus will be looking to replicate that in the league, as they were still chasing Kobe for third in the table. A great chance to collect points came in the form of Kashima, a side with 3 defeats in their last 5. Inside the first minute here, and Hayato Nakama tries a beautiful curling shot that hits the post, and goalkeeper Mitchell Langerak is fortunate that it didn't bounce in off his back. And Langerak was called upon again just a few moments later. A wonderful side-footed volley from Matteo Savio, but the goalkeeper manages to push that one away. The opening goal came for Nagoya in the 34th minute. Jakub Schwierschok showing remarkable composure to pick his moment and slot the ball over the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. 20 minutes left now, and Yoichiro Kakitani would give Schwierschok a second chance. This time though, well saved by Kim Seung-gyu. From the resulting corner though, Nagoya would get their second. Shinosuke Nakatani rises highest. That's 2-0 to Nagoya, and that's how it finished. Sanfrecce fell to a shock loss at the hands of Vegalta last time out, and were now faced with a tougher challenge to respond as Kashima were in town. The visitors made it 4 straight wins on the road and would certainly be looking to continue that run of form. Here in the early moments, Sanfrecce dicing with death in their own third. Hayato Araki can't deal with the ball. Ayase Ueda comes up with it, squares it to Arthur Kaiki, and that's 1-0. A strong candidate for goal of the week coming up. Keigo Tsunemoto takes a good first touch and then hits it on the full. It dips under the crossbar, and that's 2-0 to Kashima. But Sanfrecce was still looking to make a game of this. Toshihiro Aoyama lays it off to Ezekiel, who wrong-foots the goalkeeper, and now they're 1 behind. 4 minutes later, and they very nearly drew level. Tsukasa Morishima letting this one bounce, and then hitting it on the full, but the goalkeeper gets a vital hand to it. It certainly seemed like the best thing for Kashima to do was put this one to bed. Early on in this move, there was an appeal for handball. The referee waved play on, and that was the right decision because Juan Alano found Kaiki. He strikes his second of the night, and Kashima are now 3-1 up. 16 minutes later, and Ryuji Izumi pounces on the loose ball. Sanfrecce's Araki looks like he may have made an illegal touch, and after a lengthy stoppage, VAR confirmed it. The referee awards a penalty. Having had almost 5 minutes to think about it, Ryotaro Araki puts the ball to his right-hand side, sending the goalkeeper the wrong way, and Kashima win this one by 4-1. No wins in their last 3, and Avispa would be desperate to perform better here as they hosted relegation candidates Oita. The away side had collected some good results of late, unbeaten in 3 and still in the fight to stay alive. We pick things up just after the half-hour mark. Takaki Shichi with a beautiful left-footed cross. John Mary rises highest and heads past the diving goalkeeper for the first goal of the game. 16 minutes left and Oita still looking for that equaliser, but a double save from Masaki Murakami saves them. First of all, he punches out the cross and then gathers the rebound. 83rd minute now, and this beautiful piece of control from Sotan Tanabe. First of all bringing the ball down on his chest, and then the tidy turn. Deserved a goal, but Juanma Delgado couldn't quite produce it. Would Oita be able to get their equaliser in the 88th minute? A Hail Mary ball into the box. Shun Nagasawa with the header. Murakami gathers. And Avispa hold on. Another side battling for top-flight football, Shonan had more work to do as they made the trip north to face Consadole. The host had been struggling for form recently, and with little to play for, an opportunity for Shonan to come away with some points to further their efforts. Mark Richmond has your commentary.
Komai. It's a lovely ball played behind the defense for Kaneko. If he had taken it right in his stride, he might have fancied himself going for goal. It's fallen for Suga, and finally there is a goal. And the last person to score here at the stadium in a J.League match has finally put an end to the drought himself. Ryota Aoki. 496 minutes since they've seen a goal in the J.League here for Contadore Sapporo. And after 20 minutes against Shonan Bellmare, that's all been put to bed. Yet again, very good football. This time they needed that little bit of luck, and it came in the form of a deflection after this efforts from Kaneko. It swung to the other wing-back, Suga, but the awareness of the number 4 to spot Aoki in the box and play that pass, not just to keep it in play, but play it right and put it on a plate for Aoki was brilliant from Suga. All Aoki had to do was to tap it in. Shonan Bellmare side, who can be as obdurate as you'd get. They have the best defensive records amongst teams in the bottom half. They're right here trying to get right back into this fixture, and should have done. Yamada claimed that he was pushed. That's the reason why he missed that gilt-edge opportunity. But this should have been the equalizer. This should have been 1-1 right there. Shonan Bellmare, every second ball is picked up by a player in green at the moment. And it's gone through. It's a brilliantly worked goal. And it's a substitute, Taiyo Hiraoka, who scores his first for the club. Well, you'd have to say, since the substitutions were made, they have deserved it. And they have gotten right back into the fixture now. All thanks to Hiraoka. But this was a delightful team goal, born from the touches right about there. He went storming right through, and instead of Barada taking the shot on against his former teammate Sugino, unselfishly decided to square it back to Hiraoka, who had an empty net to tap into. 1-1, game on. Fukumori to take this lit it up in the air for the longest time. Goalkeeper went through traffic, couldn't get anywhere close. Chana tip. Couldn't steer it on target. It is the last piece of action in the match, which had intrigue and drama right up till the end. In the end, the draw specialists in the J.League come away with another draw, the 14th of the season, this time at the Sapporo Dome. It's 1-1 between Contadore Sapporo and Shonan Bellmare.
Next up on the relegation roster, Sendai had a mountain to climb as they faced an informed Kobe. The hosts still looking good to finish in third after dropping points to Nagoya last time out. They'd be eager to get back to winning ways. But look how easy football can be if Andres Iniesta takes all of the free kicks. A simple one played in to Yoshinori Muto, who heads home, and that's 1-0 after just 3 minutes. But it only took a further 3 minutes for Vegalta to draw level. Takayoshi Ishihara with the cross, Takumi Mase with the half volley, and that's 1-1. But Vissel Kobe would regain the lead in the 35th minute with probably the best goal of our show this week. Douglas with a little touch and the volley to fire home and put the home team into a 2-1 lead. The news would get worse for Vegalta in the 44th minute. A desperate challenge from Hisashi Appiah on Muto gets him a second yellow card, and Vegalta are down to 10 men. 7 minutes into the second half though, and we'd be tied up again. Kunimitsu Sekiguchi's effort from outside the box comes back to Chihiro Kato, and that's 2-2. 10 minutes later though, and things are a little bit untidy on the edge of Vegalta's penalty box, leave it to Hotaru Yamaguchi to clean things up. Now with a 1-goal advantage, Vissel Kobe should have doubled that. Lincoln sending in a sweet ball to Douglas, but remarkably he hits the post from point blank range. With 20 minutes to go, Vissel would tie this one up. Outnumbering the defence and toying with them, eventually it was the Brazilian Lincoln who put the ball over the line for a 4-2 victory. Rounding up your results then, Kawasaki held 1-1 by Urawa. That didn't stop them from clinching the title as the Marinos fell at home to Gamba. Tokyo romped to a 4-0 win over Shimizu, and Yokohama played out a goalless affair with Sagan. Nagoya claimed all 3 points over Kashima. Kashima took a 4-1 win on the road against Sanfrecce, and Avispa handed Oita their first loss in 4. So with 4 more rounds to go and 85 points in the bag, Kawasaki Frontale are the 2021 J1 League champions. The Marinos, with back-to-back losses, surrendered any chances left to catch the leaders, and with the gap over Kobe cut to 8 points now, second spot is not guaranteed either. This makes it an even more exciting run-in to the finish. Over at the bottom end of the table, the usual suspects failed to make further improvements towards their quest in staving off relegation. A point for Yokohama, not enough to move them from last place. 4 more games left, with 7 teams still in danger. It's anyone's season.
And they're your champions, Kawasaki Frontale, J.League winners, 2021 season. Campeones indeed. They have won it, and they have won it in style, even more emphatic than last year. They are going from strength to strength, and they are the team to beat in Japanese football at the moment. The 4th title in 5 years.
To all of their fans, enjoy your celebrations. I'm Steve Dawson, and we'll see you next time.
อย่าลืมไลค์และ Subscribe นะครับ
Like, subscribe, push notification.
Like, subscribe, push notification.